Hi, welcome back to my channel for another cooking video. We're going to be making sausage balls, and for this you'll need 2 cups of Bisquick, 12 ounces of your favorite cheese, and 1 pound of sausage. First, we'll start by opening up our sausage, and I bought the spicy by accident, but you should use mild. And here's me shaking it up because it's hard to get out the tube, and I'm kind of weird sometimes. I know there's an easier way to get the sausage out. I could have just kept cutting up the plastic. And if you're new here, I go kind of fast, but don't forget I put the ingredients and the directions to the recipe in the description of the video below. And if you haven't already, while you're still watching me at the sausage, don't forget to subscribe. And next we're going to add in our 12 ounces of cheese. And while you're doing your cheese, don't forget to start to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And next, since I didn't have a 12 ounce bag of cheese, I just used an 8 ounce bag and half of another 8 ounce bag. And now we're going to add in the 2 cups of Bisquick. And it's kind of like pancake mix. But when you're using the Bisquick, measure it how you would for like flour or anything else. Scoop it into the cup and scrape off and flatten it down and scrape off the top of the cup to get the extra off using the back of a butter knife. Complete side note, but the packaging for that Bisquick was very nice, and it was hard to get open though, but it was nice anyway. And when using a knife, always remember to never cut towards yourself. And for the mixing, you can either use a potato masher like I am or an electric mixer. But what I did was, first I kind of mixed everything together using the potato masher, and then I switched over to the electric mixer, which didn't end up working out too well for me, so I ended up going back to the masher, although it was harder. If you think about it, the whole process of making these sausage balls is kind of like making a meatball. But when you get towards the end of mixing, you're going to want to make sure you got all the cheese and Bisquick from the bottom and make sure it's all well mixed in. So now we're going to move over to the shaping. And for this, you can use any pan you have on hand. For this, I use a combination of aluminum pans and one metal pan I had found in the kitchen. And for this metal pan, I decided to line it with aluminum foil and lightly spray it with cooking spray because I know that pan would do me dirty in a heartbeat. But for the extra balls that were left over, I used a regular aluminum pan and I still lightly sprayed it. And you're going to want to try to shape your balls to be around 1 inch. And this recipe should make around 36 balls. While you're placing the sausage balls into the pan, you'll want to kind of try to space them out like you would for cookies. I put a few of mine too close together and they kind of got stuck together in the end. But they were still easy for me just to separate by pulling them apart from each other. I had also made a few of mine too big at first, so what I ended up doing was going back and making all of them smaller. Then once you finish shaping the sausage balls, you'll want to put them in your oven and let them bake at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes. The sausage balls ended up coming out really well, and they tasted very good, and we ended up eating them over the span of 2 days, and they were just a nice little snack you could go into the kitchen and grab.